Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Views. Today we're talking about something that almost everyone can relate: relationship, breakup, and self-esteem. We all love, we all get hurt, and we learn to build ourselves up. I'm here with a really interesting guest.
I'm Carla from year 13.
And we're going to talk about everything about relationships, breakups. And yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy it. So Carla, can you tell us what kind of situation you're in right now?
So right now I'm in a relationship. We've been together for nearly 2 months, but we've known each other for more. And I'm so happy.
Well, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I'm currently single. I had a boyfriend for a year and a half, but right now I'm single. So what do you think makes a relationship healthy? What is the thing that keeps the relationship healthy and strong?
I think the main thing is like trust, because if there's no trust in the relationship, not only are you like constantly thinking things that the worst is gonna happen, that they're gonna cheat on you, but the other person probably gets tired of it because it's just not nice when someone keeps doubting you and stuff.
And just one question also, you've had boyfriends before the one that you have right now.
Yes.
So you can also talk about and you broke up with them, I'm guessing. Yes. So you can also talk about it. Okay. Yeah, I think trust is it's the most important one. Trust and how to communicate with someone is really important. And I think both partners have to understand that sometimes they're right and sometimes they're wrong, and it's not someone's fault. We have to you have to fight as a team and not as enemies.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
Exactly, because sometimes I know it's hard to admit that you're wrong. You don't want to admit that you're wrong, especially in the heat of the moment. But at the end, it's what you said. It's not that someone's right. I mean, well, someone is right or wrong, but it's just a little problem that's happened, and it can't you can overcome it. It can't define your relationship.
For sure. Do you have many arguments with your boyfriend?
Actually, I haven't had one yet.
What? Zero.
I've had okay. I'm a person that gets mad so easily. I get mad so easily, and it's so surprising because I haven't had one yet. But I'm guessing because we're really compatible and we're really mature. I mean, compared to my other relationships, when I was obviously younger and I was less mature. So now we've learned how to communicate. So if something upsets me, I tell him and stuff. But I haven't had one.
And I'm guessing in your past relationships, you did have arguments sometimes with them.
Yeah, because I've changed a lot as a person. I've realized that if you're a really jealous person, it gets you nowhere. Because
true,
like I said before, it just deteriorates the relationship.
And yourself too, not just the relationship. Also for yourself, it's so bad. It's I saw something saying that, okay, I can't remember exactly what it is, but when you hate something or someone and you're jealous of it, it's like taking poison for yourself, but it's not killing the other person. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just your mental health is gonna go horrible because you're constantly just thinking, okay, I'm horrible and this person is better.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna want this person, but the reality is no one actually wants that person because you're the only one that's seeing them with love.
Yeah. And how would you handle your arguments with your past boyfriends?
Okay.
Tell us.
When I get mad, I close myself. I can't think. I can't admit anything. I don't admit anything. So I would just keep on saying the same things. Oh, you did this. This is wrong. But that's not the correct way. And it was just it would end up being this whole problem that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
So how did you do it, for example?
For me, it was really hard. It's actually really hard to talk about a relationship as a whole because I obviously only have kind of my perspective of things, but it was really hard, always really hard. With my first boyfriend, we never argued, which, by the way, is not always healthy to not argue. I remember we would never argue. He would never be jealous or anything, and it was a nice relationship. But I think you should have arguments to talk things out if they stay respectful and nice, obviously. But in my latest relationship, yeah, it was really hard, and I'm a bit like you. I just close myself, and I think that no one's is like he's not gonna understand. Oh my god, he's not gonna understand me. So I'm like, there's no point of talking about it. You're not gonna understand me. You're only gonna see your side of the story, nah. So it would also get like really big when I think there's problems we could have just avoided, honestly.
Yeah, and it must be hard as well being like in the same class, being together.
Yes.
The arguments.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was funny last year. Well, not funny really, but yeah, it's hard. Do you think it's better to have a boyfriend outside school?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like for me, I am in a long distance relationship actually, so he lives in Madrid. And it's true that there's days that you miss him and you want to see him.
Obviously.
Of course, it's normal. But I think it's best, especially this year, which is a very hard year. So each of us can like focus on our own things. Because I know if we were living in the same place or at the same school, since we like each other a lot, then we would be like constantly on each other's backs, constantly like there talking, meeting up, which it may be good, but in the long run, you can like get tired of it because you're too much time together.
Well, I think we've seen a really good example this year. Partners always being together, being like so much in love, which is good, but always being together, hanging out after school, hanging out every weekend, being together at school, at lunch, at break, everything, and it doesn't end well.
The thing is,
because it's like love bombing, but then it just stops at some point because you get tired. Well, I don't know if you get tired of it, but
like it becomes like monotonous. For example, like it's so curious how most of the couples that were together are gone already.
Yeah, this year everything blew up. But yeah. So what do you think, on a more positive note, what's the best thing of being, what is the best thing in being in a relationship? Best part of being in a relationship?
I would say obviously just feeling loved. Like
I know.
When they give you little gifts. My boyfriend, I really like strawberry sweets. And
yes.
I went to Madrid to visit him. And when he picked me up, he just gave me this big bag of strawberry sweets. And it was so good. I was so happy. And obviously, the best things about relationship are not just like the gifts. That's like the least important part.
It adds up.
Exactly.
It's something nice.
It's just showing that he cares. And
I think, for me, the best part, I think, is having kind of everything combined. A friend, a boyfriend, a best friend, everything combined. And you feel fully comfortable with that person. In most relationship, when you're having a good relationship, you can feel really comfortable with the person. And I think it's something so nice to share your life with someone else. And to have a best friend, yeah,
exactly, because like it can be your life partner. Like you can spend your entire life with them, and like I feel if you're not comfortable enough to do like stupid things with your boyfriend, then that can't be your boyfriend.
I know. I would hate having a boyfriend where I'm like shy around. I remember my first ever relationship with a guy from my old school. He was Spanish, and we were really little. I was 13 maybe. And it was so silly because, well, it was this typical kind of relationship where he asked me out in summer saying, oh, I have a crush on someone. And I was like, oh, who is it? And then he was like, it's you. And I was like, oh my God, I also have a crush on you. And we got together, but we were so awkward because he was Spanish. And, well, I do speak Spanish, but my Spanish is not perfect. And it would be so awkward. We could not hang out without one of my friends being there.
No.
I promise.
No, that's bad.
I promise. I know we stayed together for like 6 months. But within the 6 months, we would like basically never hang out. Just text. And every time it was like, after school, hi, how was your day? It was good. What about you? Yeah, it was good.
And you guys were in the same school?
No, because he was, because in year 9, it's when I was in my other school. And then the summer happened. That's when he asked me out. And then the year 10, I joined Sunnyview. Oh. So it's when I was in Sunnyview. So yeah, but it was silly. It was a kind of still kid relationship. So it was cute. Another question, how do you keep, we were talking about jealousy and how I can also myself get really jealous. How do you keep your self-esteem up when there's other girls, and that I think everyone is a bit jealous. It's like a human thing. So how do you keep your self-esteem up and confident and happy with yourself when, you know, they're my...
I mean, I just believe that why would you not trust your partner if they haven't done anything wrong? Like, I don't think it's fair for you to immediately be jealous or not trust them. Like, if they actually cheat on you or they do things that make you doubt, then I get, you can get like kind of a bit,
Yeah.
but why would I not trust someone who should love me, like who apparently loves me, and why would he be with someone else while he's in a loving relationship? Like, nowadays a lot of people normalize cheating, which is not good, because if you cheat, you don't actually love the person. So if you don't love the person, why not just leave them?
I know.
Leave them.
Oh my God, don't
But
get me
I feel
started.
like people do that, so they have like the option just in case. Like,
I know.
Like,
It's because people that do that, they need someone with them. They need something that boosts their ego, saying, hey, I'm still like strong, powerful, I can do whatever I want. No. They need someone. But then they keep you on the side because they know that you're going to love them no matter what, and that you're going to be there when they feel low. However, nowadays, our generation thinks a lot with hormones and everything. So whenever they have the occasion, they just go. And yeah. But for the jealousy thing, even if your boyfriend hasn't done anything, don't you think it's a bit sometimes, like, not stressful, but a bit worrying how like everything that happens on social media, for example, girls that post themselves or repost on TikToks or Insta followers and stuff like that?
definitely, especially since it's like my relationship is long distance. I just prefer not to look at the followers.
I know.
No, but my boyfriend follows mostly people that he knows, so that's good. But still, I just prefer not to look at it, because if I start looking at it, I start seeing, oh, he's been following a new person every day, or he follows, I don't know, 70% girls and 30% boys. I'm be like, oh my God, he's gonna cheat on me with all these girls. And it's just not like good. Like,
it's not worth it.
It's true that you can't control what they see on their phone on TikTok. There's a lot of boys that see videos of interesting girls on TikTok. But still, like, you have to think that you can't get like insecure, because obviously maybe they can't control if one video pops up or two.
Yeah, obviously.
But at the end of the day, that person is choosing you, is choosing to love you. So obviously I wouldn't like my boyfriend to be commenting on videos of like the influencers that are dressed with like bikinis.
Nothing.
Exactly, nothing. But on the other hand, like, I feel like it's just not that deep. That people these days, they don't try to work things out. They just shut down at the start. Like, one thing that the other person does wrong, and boom, they shut down.
I know. And are you the type of girl who, how do you work with the followers? Is he allowed to follow girls, or is he not allowed to follow girls?
Honestly,
you don't care?
I couldn't care less. Like,
well, that's really good.
Yeah, I was really toxic, and I learned that it's just not good, because it's so bad to yourself. So if he wants to have friends that are girls, he can have friends that are girls, because I can't say anything because I have friends that are guys. So it wouldn't be fair. And if he wants to, okay, look, the thing is, why would you want to like control him if he can just cheat like either way? Like, if he wants to cheat, he's going to find a way to cheat. Like, maybe not even texting, like, he can just go to a girl and be like, okay, at 5 today we're gonna meet up here, and then no one will know. So he can just cheat. If he wants to cheat, he's going to cheat either way. So like, there's no reason.
I know you can't control it. It's
kind of like frightening. Like, you're like, oh my God, is he going to do that? But that's the important part of the relationship. You have to trust.
That proves what kind of person he is, because you shouldn't have to check the followers, or like, you're completely right. You shouldn't have to check the followers and everything, because as you're saying, if they want to cheat, they will do it. And if they don't, well, they won't do it. And that just shows they're a good person. But then how do you, because now, as you were saying, now everyone normalized cheating, I feel like. So how do you, like, are you not scared? How do you, how do you not trust? I'll start again. How to find out? That's the thing. Because people cheat so much nowadays, so then everyone knows how to lie, and just...
Exactly. You just don't find out. You don't find out, or you find out because someone else knows and they tell you, or you just never find out and the person keeps lying to you.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, for example, you can die when you walk out of the door because a tree can like just fall on you. But are you gonna be scared to go out and have a walk?
No.
It's like the same thing.
Whoa.
So someone can cheat on you, but are you gonna be scared to be with that person just because there might be a possibility that you might get cheated on?
And do you think getting cheated on affects how you see yourself after and your self-esteem, even though you know it wasn't your fault?
Definitely, because I've been cheated on, sadly.
Same girl.
A lot of times, a lot. And like I kept on just forgiving him. And obviously it does, like the first time you're like, okay, why with her? Why with her? Is she better looking? Would she be a better girlfriend? Does he like her more than me? Does he not like me? And then you just start overthinking. And that's the cycle that starts of like, you start getting more toxic, you start getting more controlling. Like, oh my God, he's gonna cheat again.
One advice is if you get, it might be a bit biased, but if you get cheated on once, just leave it, because it's either he'll do it again or either the rest of your relationship is gonna be completely broken, because you're not for the other person, but for you, you're gonna keep thinking about it. Whenever you guys go out or something and he does the smallest stuff, you're gonna overthink it and say, oh my God, he did this, he's gonna cheat on me again. Or you're gonna start checking the followers, you're gonna like go completely crazy, which is gonna hurt you and hurt your relationship. So in my opinion, if you get cheated on once, you should either leave it and have some self-respect. And if you don't, because it's something really hard to do. And honestly, if you leave your partner after getting cheated on once, I think it's really strong from you, because it's not something that's easy. But then if you don't, the rest of the relationship is going to be bad. Like, I think, I don't know if you agree with me, but that's my opinion.
Like, the dynamics of the relationship just change. Because like you said, you're going to be more controlling, and then he's going to be like, since you forgave him once, he's going to be like, okay, she's going to stay.
Yeah.
She's going to stay. She's going to let me do whatever I want. And then he's going to like blame it on you. Like, oh, why are you so controlling? Why do you control me? Why are you so toxic?
I know.
And then you're like, oh, but you hurt me. And it's just like that thing, because that doesn't get like forgotten or solved. It's something the that same stays. Problem. Exactly.
I know, because it's for the person who actually does it, it's like, okay, I know I did a mistake, it's very bad. But then for the other person, it's actually something that haunts them for like a very long time. And I don't know if people actually know who hasn't got caught cheated on, but it's actually this feeling, and that makes you feel completely shit.
Yeah, like sick to your stomach.
Yes. It's that when you find out, it's like your stomach's drop, but not in a nice way, when you have a butterfly in your stomach from having a crush. No, the bad way.
But like you said as well, like it's really hard to leave. Like it's easy to say like this,
obviously.
But you've been in that situation. I've been there.
Yeah.
We haven't left. No, we did not leave. We should have, but we did not. And like at the end of the day, the other people will think and be like, is this girl stupid? Why
because the person, your partner who cheats on you, makes you feel so stupid, because everyone's like, obviously you get cheated on, you have to leave them, but it's so hard to do it, and you're there standing knowing your boyfriend cheated on you, but you just can't leave. It's horrible.
And also then everyone will like obviously perceive your boyfriend as horrible. Well, I mean, but like then your friends will be like, oh, you should leave him, and then they will like put ideas into your head about everything. It's just bad.
It's just bad. Don't cheat.
Don't cheat, guys.
Don't cheat. And what about your breakups before? How did you deal with them? How were you feeling, and what did you do to feel better?
I got broken up with a week before the A-levels. I mean the AS. So that was not good. That was definitely not good. I couldn't focus. I tried to use studying as like a way of clearing my mind. But obviously you're in that state where you're constantly thinking about the person, or like when you recently get broken up with, you still like kind of text a little bit. You know, to keep up and stuff. So it was so bad. I didn't know what to do. But like over time, you have to just go out with your friends, go out with your family. Don't text them. Like, it's better just don't even ask how they are, because they're doing fine. Like they're doing okay. They're doing fine without you. And then my first one, I was in a relationship for like a year, and he broke up with me on an anniversary. Because
Oh my God, Carla, what kind of boyfriends?
He didn't want to
Please.
buy a gift.
Excuse me?
He didn't want to buy a gift, so he like broke up with me. And then he was like a day later or 2 days later, I saw him with a new girl and stuff. So that was really, really bad, especially after
I can
being with
imagine.
someone for a whole year. I mean, you've been longer. You've been like nearly 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I must feel like you're that person has become part of your life.
I know. And you know, I think I've told you this before, but I'll say it here.
Probably.
But the guy I was with, like my latest partner, the worst is that I thought he was the nicest guy ever. Like at the start of our relationship, he was love bombing. He was such a gentleman. He was the best of the best, giving me gifts. And as we said, it's not just about the gifts, but you know, it shows he's a good person and he's thinking about me. Like he would always want to hang out, coming to my house, no. So when he did it for the first time, I was like, no, that can't be it. It's impossible.
And who he did it with as well.
Yes. And then, well, the second time we were kind of already broken up, so I was like, pfft, you know, the how do you say? It's like casual now. It's like the usual.
The usual, yeah.
He cheated once, he'll cheat again. Also like my ex, you know, I'm used to it. But also when I learned other stuff that was happening during our relationship that I never knew about, I don't know, it's just horrible thinking I thought he was the nicest guy, especially after my ex. I was like, oh, he's the best guy ever. But turns out he's like the others.
And it must hurt, like, hearing it from other people as well, rather than from...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would prefer if he tells me that he cheated...
obviously.
...than other people having to, like, tell me the news, because it's so humiliating.
I know. And you're there standing and you're like, oh. But yeah, you think it's... would you be more mad if he told you right after it? Would you forgive if he would tell you right after it? And he's like, I'm so sorry, I know I did this, like, and he's confessing it to you? Or he just doesn't tell you so because he wants to conserve the relationship and he doesn't want to break the relationship?
If he doesn't tell me, I'm going crazy on him.
Yeah.
Like, if I find out later, like, I feel like it's so much worse to find out later.
Yeah.
Because you're like, why did you hide this from me for so many months? Why did you think this is normal and we would be okay? And how are you such a good liar that you could keep this from me for so many months? Because after that, I can't trust him anymore. I can't.
I know.
But also, if he tells me that he cheated, like, even if it's right at the moment, you still did that. And being drunk, for example, most people say, oh, I was drunk.
Not an excuse.
The case. That's not an excuse. Like, drinking, being under the effects of alcohol, like, okay, you're a little bit more outgoing. You're a little bit more happy. But you still know what you're doing.
I know.
Still know it.
I've had times where, you know... Yeah. And I just think about my partner. I'm not going around finding a boy to kiss or whatever. I'm just, if my partner's there, I go say hi and like, yeah. But if he's not there, I'm just thinking about him and like I text him. I don't go around looking for people. Like,
that's what they say, like, drunk words are sober thoughts. So if they cheat drunk, they would cheat sober.
Exactly. If they did it once, they'll do it again because they just have that mentality that for them it's not that deep and they think it's normal, but then it's actually like it's hard to explain. But if they did it once, in my opinion, they'll do it again.
100%.
And I wanted to say something that you were talking about before the party. What were you saying? Like if you're drunk,
you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but before that, you were saying something. No. Okay, maybe it'll come back later. So do you think it's possible to fully forgive someone after they broke your trust?
Obviously not.
After like 2 years?
Like, fully forgive?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, what would you say, for example? Because you've been in that situation.
Well, in my case, I'd say no. Like, it'll never be, like, you'll never trust the person 100% because you'll always have that thought that he did it once, he'll do it again. He can do it again if he wants to. But I don't know, I've never been in a case where I get, like, he lies to me or I get cheated on, but then 2 years pass and he doesn't do anything and he's the best partner ever. I don't know how I would react in that way.
I feel like people can change, but it's a really small percentage.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying at first. Like, I know it's not for everyone. Like, I know some people can really change and become the best version of themselves after. but in most cases I've seen it, like, it doesn't really happen that way. But yeah, you were saying that your friends helped a lot when you were breaking up, and it's honestly the same for me. My friends helped me so much, and I also had a friend that's been going through a breakup, and I've been helping her a lot, I think. So yeah, what would you do with your friends to make yourself feel better?
I mean, most people like think that going out partying is better. And like maybe it is because you have fun, but then you still think about the person because you see other people that are there and stuff. I think the best thing is just to like do simple plans. Like for example, me and my friends, we went to paint things like acrylic things. We go have dinner, and the best thing is just don't talk about the topic.
Yeah,
don't talk about the topic. That person doesn't exist. The topic never happened, never gonna be spoken again, and yeah, it's basically it. Just that's the best thing to do.
And when you got cheated on by your other partners, did your confidence go really low after it? And what did you do to build it up again?
Yeah, I felt like I was the worst person on the planet. I was like, if I got cheated on, it's because there's something wrong with me. Like I did something wrong. Have I not loved him enough? Have I not given him enough, like, I don't know, does he not like me physically? Am I horrible? So just the best thing to do is just work on yourself. Like, don't put the blame on yourself. It's not your fault. It's not because you're ugly. It's not because you don't love him enough. It's because that person's just not right for you. And he's not a right person.
Exactly. He wouldn't be nice to anyone. He's just like not right in general. Exactly. It's not a you problem. It's just him that's
like, for example, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yep.
That's like the typical thing where there's a guy and he cheats on his girlfriend with you, and then you get with him. He's gonna cheat on you. We have
an example in the school.
We have an example in the school.
I can't say names, but
yeah, it's confidential.
Yeah, for me, I've always been honestly like a kind of confidence person. I've never really compared myself to like people on social media or like other people. I've always been quite happy with myself, and even after the first time I got cheated on, I was still kind of okay. But now it's getting a bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm just trying to... So what did you do to just focus? Like, you just focused on yourself and...
Yeah, I really got into the gym. I just... If you have to go to like a psychologist or whatever, they help. Like, it's not a bad thing to go have therapy sessions and stuff.
I think everyone should have therapy.
Exactly. It really helped me when I was really low. So it's not a bad thing. It's not something to be ashamed of, because at the end, they're like, they see people like this every day. And even if you think,
it's their job.
For example, if you see a person walking down the street, they're probably insecure as well. Everyone's insecure. So that's just work on yourself, work on making yourself like the better version, studying, all those things.
I'll take your advice into account. These are really good advice. Have you ever noticed how your mood or self-image affect the way you treat your partner or yourself?
Yes. Like, when I'm in a bad mood, when I'm hungry, that my boyfriend knows he has to get me food, because I get so mad and obviously
grumpy.
Exactly, I get grumpy. So then I get grumpy over this, like the smallest things, and obviously my boyfriend knows how I am, so he doesn't really think much of it. But maybe if you're with someone that gets really annoyed at that or is like the same as you, then they might feel like you're taking it out on them. So then they might just like get mad, and then this whole argument starts and everything. But yeah.
And do you think it's hard? Well, it's kind of a similar question from before, but do you think it's hard to trust people nowadays with social media? It's like harder than before?
It's harder. I feel like...
Why?
Just the way people perceive love now. Like before, people used to write letters. People used to be so romantic. Like, for example, my dad used to call my mom, because my dad lived in Italy and my mom lived in the UK. He used to call her every night with like the telephone things. He used to like spend so much money on calling her every single night. And I feel like that's things that, okay, maybe some people, like for example, my boyfriend's really romantic, but most people just don't do that. So then that's like, okay, it's like a whole thing. Like, I feel like okay, it's really a TikTok phrase, but I think social media has killed romance.
I was about to say. But it did though, because now everyone takes everything for granted.
Exactly.
And it's like, no. Like,
and people get really, they get tired so fast. So fast.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's why people cheat more and more.
Exactly.
Because they need that thing that, I don't even know how to explain.
Like, yeah, I've never cheated.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what goes on in their brain, but it's just...
We should get a cheater next time. We should
yes.
be like,
you know what? Yes. So what's one thing you want people to remember after a breakup? Something that you wish you'd known earlier for yourself.
Remember?
Yeah.
Like about the other person.
No, as in like you're going through a breakup and you want to know something. What would that thing you'd want to know? Like something you'd like to tell yourself when you were going through a breakup.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Like that. Okay. The most important thing is don't go begging.
Yeah.
Don't go begging, because you're gonna watch back on it months later and you're gonna be like, I was making a fool of myself. Because the minute that other person decides that they want to break up, like they don't want you. They don't want you anymore. They don't care. So even if you ask them like, please stay with me, please be with me, I love you.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like bad for yourself.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna be with his friends like, oh, look who's telling me that she needs me and everything. So that's the thing. It's just like I said, no contact. You should not talk to them. Don't speak to them. Focus on your own things. And also, I would never get back with my ex. I would never.
Me neither.
If that. well,
not anymore.
If it hasn't working out like the first time, it's not gonna work out the second time. Like, why would you read the same book if you already know the ending?
Yes, you have to close the book. Saul in year 13 knows. He gave really good advice about closing the book. You should close the book and move on to the next book, or or go to the library and look for a book. No, maybe no. Just close the book. That's the most important. And what advice would you give someone who got really hurt and they're trying to build their self-esteem back, but it's really hard because they got hurt? What would you say to them? I
mean, obviously, it's gonna be hard. Like, you're not gonna build it back in a month, in 2 months. It's like in the long run, it's a long journey. You just have to, even if you don't believe that you're like, if your self-esteem is like so bad, just start thinking, oh, I'm so good. I'm so good.
I know.
I'm so good. The thing is, this person just wasn't for me. It's okay. I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm not ugly. I'm not horrible. And just keep on working with that. And like, for example, last year, I was in a relationship, but there were a lot of ups and downs as well. So I felt like my mental health just like deteriorated. Like, I would not get ready to go to school. Like, I would not put makeup on. I would wear the horrible things, like horrible clothes, just sweatpants all the time. And I feel like it would have helped me if I would just like, there's small things that you can do, like you can put some makeup on, and you like, I really like to put makeup on. So by doing that, it's just like getting ready, like feeling better about yourself, putting some clothes that you like it's those little things that you do.
I know. I remember after I got sometimes like after I got cheated on, I remember there was school on the Monday, and I remember I was obviously really sad, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out of bed and I'm gonna do a whole night routine, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go to school, because I obviously didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to hear people talking about it. Like, I just didn't want to go. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put makeup on. I'm gonna choose the best outfits, and they're gonna see me looking better than ever. And that these are small things that, you're right, that motivated me. And also, I think time. I don't know if you agree, but time like makes up everything. You don't even realize it. At some point, I got really hurt by a boy emotionally, and I would, for example, one thing that I've noticed, I would check his TikTok repost always, every day, every day, at least once I would check his repost, and then time went by and I didn't even realize it, but at some point I realized it and I was like, wait, I don't check his repost anymore, and you don't even realize it, but time goes by and it helps so much, in my opinion. It helps so much. And I keep on forgetting what I wanted to say. I wanted to say something. What were you saying again? Oh yeah. So I don't know if that this has happened to you, but for example, from what I've seen about myself, last year when I was with my partner, I felt like I was really ugly, in my opinion. Like, my hair was not it. I was breaking out on my skin. I wouldn't put efforts in what I thought I was putting effort in what I was wearing, but actually it wasn't like the best outfits. Everything was kind of going bad physically on my body. And then in summer, when I first kind of broke up with my partner, everything went better. I used to get spots. I'll occasionally have one spot, but that's normal. But I don't have as much as acne as I used to do. My hair is doing really good, in my opinion. It sounds a bit weird to say this, but I'm really happy about myself, and how I look. And I feel like there's a huge difference. And I find it crazy how when I was with that person, I was not doing good physically. But then as soon as I broke up with them, I felt like I was doing good again physically. And I felt like it was my body kind of rejecting something, that my body wasn't liking something, or someone's presence or relationship I had or anything. And I don't know if it's due to that, but it's really interesting, in my opinion. Does that has ever happened to you?
Yes, like they don't really say that if a person's not good for you, you will like be worse. Like it's gonna be visible. And for example, now I see you're like glowing, you're so happy, you're smiling. And it's really, it's also happened to me. Like I said, I wasn't putting efforts. I got some huge spots, red spots. I'm guessing maybe because we were stressed about the relationship or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. But
and now I'm just...
You're beautiful.
I can go sleep so chill at night. I'm okay. I'm happier. I'm not tired. If the person's right for you, then they will add to your life. If they're not, it's just gonna make everything worse. Like everything. But I feel like that's where your friends should intervene. They should be like, look, like I'm seeing you're not doing well. You're not doing good. Maybe this person isn't the best for you, because maybe, like you said, you thought you were doing the best outfits and you weren't. You don't really realize
obviously. I wasn't realizing back then that I wasn't at my best, It's not something you realize. But then afterwards, and I've been talking to friends too, like not really close friends I have, but people I hang out, like classmates, and they told me too, they were like, wow, you like last year, not in a mean way, but they were like, last year you weren't doing as good, but this year, like, you're like more open to people, you look like really good and everything. And I was like, oh, like, it's funny that people are actually noticing it too. And I don't know if you saw it, but I heard a story that it was a girl talking, also doing a podcast, saying that her boyfriend was like not a good guy, and he was how do you say it? He was getting all of her energy. So she was doing really bad, like physically and stuff, but he was doing really good. He was really handsome, going to a gym or whatever. And then she was telling like people that then they broke up, and she met him on the street like 3 months after the breakup. And she looked at him and she was like, how did I date this guy? Because he was not doing good at all, because they weren't together anymore, so he didn't have her energy anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Many people say that's like, normally when people break up, the guy gets like a downgrade and the girl gets an upgrade. But like, I look back at pictures of my ex and I'm like, oh my God, how did I date someone like that? Like, how did I date someone that ugly?
Love is really blinding. No, how do you say it?
Yeah, blinding. Like, obviously personality is important, of course.
Obviously.
But
even on personality, like, love has blinded me on some personality trait that my partner had. I was like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, sometimes I was thinking like, oh my God, how is she with him?
I know.
Like, how does she not crash out? How does she not like get annoyed at him so much? But
there's so much other factors, there's like his personal life. You're like, oh, he's probably just like not doing good because of this. Oh, but I'm sure it's just because he's like that. And you try to find excuses about it. But some people actually are the way they are from like, I don't know, like...
Yeah, like past experiences.
Yeah, past experiences and stuff. But there are also some people that are just not nice, you know.
Exactly, and you just gotta like admit it. Like, okay, my boyfriend's just not a good person. He's not adding to my life. And also you have to find people that are similar to you, that have like similar views in life. Like, for example, I like to go to the gym a lot. My boyfriend also likes to go to the gym a lot. So that's good. We're compatible in that way, because I couldn't be with someone that eats junk food all the time.
Yeah.
Or doesn't like to move, doesn't like to study, doesn't have goals in life.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a really important part.
I know. And also, okay, I know we're quite young still about this, but for example, I remember me and my ex-partner, we used to do like arguments. We would argue about some opinions and view we had on the world. Like we were 50 or something, and we would actually argue with it. And I completely get that we can have different opinions and everything, and it shouldn't impact anything. But sometimes when you don't agree on anything, it's like, it's not good.
It's not good. Like, you have to be kind of a little bit compatible.
Yeah, obviously you have different opinions and stuff, and it's completely normal, but to a certain extent. Well, we're going to wrap up this podcast, and I hope you had a nice talk. I had a really nice talk with you.
Me too.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.